Hello students, today we are going to do The Merchant of Venice Act 4 Scene 1 lines 1 to 35. This is the trial scene, the most important scene, and you're sure to get a question from here in your board exams. Now this is the famous trial scene in a Venetian court presided over by the Duke. Shylock refuses to forego his claim to the pound of Antonio's flesh. Portia, disguised as a lawyer, with Nerissa dressed as a clerk, comes to the court as Valerio's deputy. Portia, Portia asks for Shylock's mercy, but he does not budge from his claim. She then says that he is entitled to Antonio's pound of flesh, but the exact 1 pound, neither more nor less. He is not entitled to shed any blood. Shylock is frustrated when Portia also declares that his own life and goods are forfeit. Ultimately, Shylock is allowed to depart with half his goods for his lifetime, and the other half is in trust on condition that he becomes a Christian and bequeath his possession to Lorenzo and Jessica. Bassanio offers to reward the young lawyer. Portia asks for her ring. Act 4, Scene 1. Here, the scene is Venice, but it is a court of justice, not the street of Venice, it is a court of justice. Now, here, Duke says, "What is Antonio here?" That means, "Well, is Antonio here?" Antonio, "Ready, so please your grace." "Yes, your lordship, I'm ready." And Duke, "I'm sorry for thee." That means, "I'm sorry for you." Thou art come to answer a stony adversary. Thou art means you have, stony means hard hearted like a stone, adversary means opponent. This line means you have come here to face an adversary as stubborn as a rock. An inhuman wrench. An inhuman wrench means a human without feelings. Incapable of pity means incapable of pity. Nowadays we use incapable, not uncapable. Void and empty from any dram of mercy. Void means empty, dram means smallest quantity. This line means completely empty of a single drop of mercy. I have heard your grace had taken great plans to qualify his rigorous course. Antonio says to Duke, I have heard your grace has taken great pains to qualify means reduce strict court proceedings. Here the Duke had gone to Shylock to plead to change his mind and not to be harsh with Antonio. But since he stands obdurate, means but since he remains stubborn, and that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach, means and so no legal means can save Antonio from Shylock's revenge. I do oppose my patience to his fury, means my patience will meet his anger. And am armed to suffer with the quietness of spirit the very tyranny and rage of his age, and am prepared to suffer his tyranny and rage quietly. He has to obey the law as he has entered into the bond. So Antonio cannot forfeit it. He has to obey it. Duke, go one and call the Jew into the court. He means one of you men go and tell the Jew to come to the court. The Duke doesn't take Shylock's name here, so no respect is shown here towards Shylock. Salario. He's ready at the door. He comes, my lord. That means he's waiting outside the door here. He comes, my lord. Shylock. Make room and let him stand before our face. Make room means give him space so that he can stand right in front of me. Shylock, the world thinks and I think so too. It means, Shylock, everyone thinks and I agree that thou but leadest this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act, means you only continue with your cruelty until the last moment. And then it is thought, thou wilt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than in thy strange apparent cruelty. This means, and then you will at last show some mercy and remorse, something maybe even more shocking to see from you than your cruelty. He's trying to pressurize Shylock here. And where thou now exacted the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh. Exact is insist on claiming. This line means whereas you now insist on claiming the penalty, namely a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt now only lose the forfeiture but touch with human gentleness and love. It means you will not only forget about the penalty, a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, but will even let some of the money go, touched by human gentleness and love. Forgive a moiety of the principal. Lose or the forfeiture means refuse to accept the penalty that Antonio is willing to pay. And moiety means portion. So this line means forego a portion of the original sum borrowed by Antonio, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, looking at his, that is Antonio's losses, with some pity, that have of late so huddled on his back and now to press a royal merchant down. Huddle means praised upon and now means enough. The losses have been so severe they were enough to run a noble merchant and pluck a commiseration of his state. That means pluck conspiration means draw pity on his state, means on his condition. This line means to draw pity on his condition even by the stone-hearted people. From brassy bosoms and rough hearts of flint. Brassy bosoms means heart as hard as brass. Rough hearts of flint means rough stone hearts. So this line means even by the stone-hearted people. From stubborn Turks and Tatars never trained to office of tender courtesy. Turks and Tatars. They are the Asiatic races the Elizabethans believe to be uncultured. This line means enough even to make even the stubborn Turks and Tatars who aren't used to showing any courtesy take pity on him. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew. We all expect a gentle reply to this from you, Jew. You Jew. No respect for him, that is why the Duke addresses him as Jew and not by his name. Thank you for watching the video. Like the video if you have understood and subscribe to my channel for the latest updates.